Hi guys, I noticed that I have been trying to be creative in areas that I'm not usually creative, especially in eyeshadow. That was the reason for my order of the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, and I love it. I've been using it a lot, but I wanted to do a video on my everyday makeup routine. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely do not wear makeup every day. But this will be my routine when I just want to put on makeup, I'm going somewhere. I don't usually experiment with eyeshadow. So I kind of just wanted to show my everyday routine. And what I love about my regular makeup routine is that I just focus on the skin and a glow and kind of enhance the features that I have. As always, most importantly, my skin is ready. I cleansed and moisturized my skin, and then I just put like a second layer of moisturizer on about 15 minutes later. That way my skin is really nice and plump. There's no dry patches, nothing for the foundation to cling onto. I just want the foundation to look nice and sit on the skin nice. I'm mixing my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow in the shade 202 and L'Oreal True Match in the shade W2. I tend to always mix the same 3 L'Oreal foundations, and I'm currently running low on all 3. I'm tempted to try out other foundations, but that never goes well for me. I know that the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 foundation is like my favorite, but I think it's almost $40. I can't remember. And Ulta sells Pure Cosmetics, but that foundation is not in the line that they sell. I have been planning which videos I want to film here soon, and I want to do a skincare routine, but I feel like it's always changing now that we've reached the winter months. Because if you're prone to dry skin and the winter approaches, it just wreaks havoc on everything. I mean, my lips look like actual garbage right now because 2 days in a row I went out in the cold without chapstick. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. For my dark circles, I want something brightening, but I also want something color correcting, so I'm going to mix a little bit of my Peach LA Girl corrector with the Master Conceal concealer by Maybelline. I also keep thinking of redoing my first video, because my very first video was a Victoria's Secret inspired look, and I think I was so nervous and flustered when I started filming that I didn't actually go in the direction that I intended on at all. Like, that's not, if I sat and thought now what a Victoria's Secret inspired makeup look looks like, it wouldn't be the video that I made. But I can barely even tolerate watching that video because I was so quiet and uncomfortable, and it makes me cringe to see like how uncomfortable and awkward I was. I'm definitely much more comfortable now. Like, the camera isn't as intimidating as it was. So I want to redo it, but I think I only have like 15, 16 videos up so far, and I don't know if I want 2 Victoria's Secret look videos up. Well, I'm just gonna do it because I don't think I did that justice at all. It's not what I was going for. I'm going to set my face with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I am seriously tempted to find a drugstore setting powder. Mostly just because I feel like a broken record talking about this one. I mean, I wouldn't be talking about it so much if I didn't absolutely love it. But especially when I do like affordable makeup looks, I don't have an affordable version of a powder that I love as much as that one. I like the Coty Airspun, but I don't love the Coty Airspun. So I'd like to find something similar. That's another thing, this bronzer, the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I absolutely love the color on me, more than any other bronzer I've used, but I don't really approve of Too Faced as a brand. The controversy of a cosmetic brand is definitely a turnoff for me. It makes me a little less interested in their products because I don't want to support them. And that's why there are just some brands that I don't use or specifically won't mention. but this is the most like neutral tone bronzer I've ever used, and I love it. Oh yeah, my hair's gone. I'm not quite used to it yet. I don't really know what to do with it yet. I don't contour often, so I like to just buff out bronzer in this whole area, but also drape it just directly below the cheekbone, so I get the shape and the color without it looking too warm, because this is such a neutral tone bronzer. It doesn't look like this warm fake orange bronzer underneath your cheekbone, because that's not where it's supposed to go. But if I use a more neutral tone bronzer, I can kind of get away with it. And then I blend it out with my powder brush. My most used blush is definitely the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Rose Champagne. It's not too pink, and I think that's what I love the most about it. It does have a little bit of a shimmer in it. It's not noticeable, but it might provide a little bit of a glow. But it's just the most natural looking blush on me. I'm going to set with my MAC Fix Plus, and then I'll be back to do my brows. Using my NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe, I'm just filling in a little bit of the areas that need it, right here in the first half of the brow. And then I'm going to brush all the hairs up and make little brow strokes right under where they laid. And then I will brush them down. And this is where I kind of get the shape of my brow. And I brush it all out. I know I'm pretty lucky with full brows already. It's the inner part of the brow that needs the most help for me, and then I add a little bit of shape in the arch, and that's basically my brow routine. That's why I edit out my brow routine out of a lot of my videos, because it's just redundant and everybody's brows are so different. So I don't know if showing my brow routine is actually helpful or not. For a little bit of hold and a little bit of depth with kind of a different color, I'm going to use the Essence Make Me Brow Gel, which is a dupe for the Benefit Give Me Brow. It's a nice ashy light taupe color, but it does have little fibers in it. Like for making the brows look fuller or thicker, I don't really notice the fibers. I just like that it brushes my brows in place and deposits just enough color to give it a little bit of depth. If I do eyeshadow, which is kind of a 50-50 in my everyday routine, it's just very neutral shades. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Smoke and Melrose little eyeshadow compact. I'm going to take this matte, kind of dusty lavender taupe color. I'm not good at explaining colors. If you have never tried these compacts from Wet n Wild, they also just reformulated them and added new ones to their collection. If you've never tried them, try them. They are extremely affordable and they are extremely soft and pigmented shadows. Very impressive. I feel like so many drugstore shadows are very hard pressed, so when you dip your brush into the shadow, not much actually gets on the brush, but a lot gets on there with the Wet n Wild ones. It's actually easy to go overboard with them too. I just kind of carelessly throw that shade in the crease, and then I will blend it out. For all over the lid, I'm going to take this Satin Matte shade here, and I will just dab that on with my finger. and I blend that out with that crease brush. That's as far as I go with eyeshadow in my everyday makeup routine. I do curl my lashes every time I apply mascara. I don't intend on showing this in every video. I personally think it's weird to watch. It's kind of creepy. Like watching myself back editing it. It's like, what, am I gonna rip out my eyelashes or am I not? I mean, I never have. But the key to that is curling them before mascara, so they don't get stuck in the curler when you pull away. Ugh. And my usual Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. I almost feel bad repeating this over and over again, like using this in every single video ever since I bought it. But then again, that means I really, really like it and it works for me. It has reached that point where it's old enough to start drying out and give me a little bit clumpier lashes than I'm used to, but it's okay for now. I like to apply black eyeliner on my top waterline directly behind my eyelashes. Kind of gives the appearance of fuller lashes. It's not a huge noticeable difference, but it's definitely a habit that I've gotten into. During my everyday routine, the last thing I want to do is cause any additional damage to my lips, so I always skip liquid lipstick. I start with just any chapstick or lip balm that I like at the time. And when they're this rough and unevenly textured, I like to use the NYX Lip Primer and just go right over that. Just to smooth things out so that the lipstick doesn't settle into all the dryness. My favorite everyday lipstick for years has been the Rimmel Airy Fairy lipstick. I love this shade because it's a really nice color for me, but the formula just gives my lips the appearance of healthy lips. Nobody has healthy lips around here, not me. So this is pretty much it. I like to keep it really soft and glowy and natural. I don't really play with eyeshadow or bold colors during my everyday routine. It's something I love doing, but when I'm on a time crunch, I just go for this simple look, no fail look, using colors that I know work for me. So I'm currently organizing and working on this list of video ideas that I have and things that I want to plan on filming very soon. If there's anything specific that you would like to see, I would love to add it to my list. And I hope you subscribe so you can stick around to see those. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.